Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. Y'all see the thumbnail? Guess what? Ryan Garcia has beefed up. Y'all seen this dude lately? He has beefed up. And with a lot of muscles and all that bulkiness comes a motherfucker that's standing on business. Boy, Ryan Garcia is changing before our eyes, but we're going to get into that and some more stuff. But y'all know the drill. First, let's turn to Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. The thumbnail says, guess what? Ryan Garcia has beefed up, and with his new bulk comes a motherfucker that stands on business. That's right, he say he's standing on business. But y'all know we're going to get into that. But y'all know what I do at the top of my hour. It's a water check. Here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate that the average person drink at least 100 ounces of water. Even though we know the formula is half your body weight in ounces of water, we just say go for 100. If you don't make 100, after all, tomorrow is another day. You can try again, right? But we know that y'all ain't gonna drink a lot of water. Some of y'all anyway. But you can start off with at least 2 8-ounce glasses of water. That's first thing in the morning when you wake up, before your toes hit the ground, before you get going. The nightstand, you should have some water. Drink all that damn before you even brush your teeth and wash your face. Drink your water. We know the body is like an engine and the water is the lube. It's going to help things move in a timely and efficient manner. The second time you should drink water is at night, before you go to bed for the night. Not a cat nap, but a deep sleep. Put on your PJs, climb in the bed. You might look at a program or two, but drink you your water then. The American Heart Association agrees that drinking water like that before you go to bed is good for your heart. And you should do anything that's good for your heart. There's a lot of work being done in the deep sleep. The body is amazing because you don't even feel this work, but it's a lot of work. A lot of reads going on. Revamping, rebooting, recharging, recreating, redirecting. A lot of reads. And it's because of this work that the average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories at night in a deep sleep. And you should drink water to help all that work move in a timely and efficient manner. Remember, water is a life sustainer, along with sunlight and salt. These are 3 things your body cannot continue to exist without. So drink up your water. Water check, water check, water check. Now that we got that out the way, let's do a little housekeeping. Please, 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 please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you've already hit the subscribe button, don't touch that dial. We already got you locked in. You good. But do, every time you watch my program, hit the like and share button. Leave a comment, a question, a concern. I get back with you when you leave those things after the replay. You can also leave it in my email, boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I get back with you. For those of you who have done that, we've had some nice conversations. You never know. Sometimes our conversation can make the topic for the night, but I'm always considering everybody's privacy. I come on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless I got something else to do, y'all know I'm busy getting ready for a wedding and a big move. So unless I got something to do, I'm here. Unless it's nothing to talk about also, because I promise you, I won't try to sell you fluff. I'll try not to. And like I said, I got this battle with YouTube. I don't know why they don't like me. They don't count my views. I'm starting to think they don't count my subscribers. But in any case, I do have a Cash App that's at Boxing Fans Talk. That's Boxing Fans Talk. Don't be afraid to use the Cash App. All proceeds go back into the channel. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. But let's get into it. Shall we? Our money is in the building. He said, Miss T, what's up? Water check. Slab Life ATX, aka Big Texas. He said, yo, what's popping? What's popping with you, King? He said that voice was I know I have a weird voice. It's, you guys, quick little story. It's not my real voice. I would imagine that my voice might be similar to my daughter's voice because, people sound like their parents. Not to say that the ladies in my family, we get deep voices as we get older. But I had my thyroid removed when I was 24, and I had to learn how to talk again and everything. Like, real talk. Just to touch the insides of your body is bruising you. It bruises. Your body and the inside is very tender. So your thyroid gland is all wrapped around your vocal cords. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't even swallow a drop of water without choking. And I had to learn how to talk again. And this is the voice I came out with. Some days it's raspy and everything. But you like my voice, Slab? It cracks me up. It changes throughout the day. And I'm going to tell y'all, I used to can sing. I ain't saying I was Whitney, but I could hum a few bars. I can't do that shit now. And then, I smoke sometimes, I used to smoke cigarettes years ago, but I quit in 2007. But the day is done. General Big Fish is in the building. What's popping, King? He said, hell yeah, sexy and soothing. Somebody else told me that. You know what's funny, Slab? I remember who was this? It wasn't my ex-husband. It was this guy I was dating. And sometimes when you trying to be sexy, like you can't do it on cue. Like I can't all of a sudden go into it unless I feel it. And he was like, God damn. He said, I almost on myself. He said, my voice just went into another mode. But like I said, I can't do it on cue. Al Money said, Big Fish, what's up, bro? My guy from the 231 is getting his first start tonight, Anthony Bradford. So, let's hear an example. Big Fish, you ain't gonna catch me off like that. One day y'all would catch me. Because I don't know when I'm doing it. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It goes with the feeling. I can't just, like I said, I don't have that much control over my voice no more. Like, I can tell you, I can't scream. And I used to could scream. And when I listen to my daughter speak, she has such a soft, serene voice. And I know I'm all up in my daughter. Like, she don't look like me. She look like her dad, but everything else is me. Her eyes and everything else is me. But she has a very soft voice, very serene, soft, Yeah, she do kind of talk soothing too, but it's very soft. General Big Fish facts. Let's hear it. Y'all crazy. Y'all ain't gonna catch me. I can't do it, y'all. Y'all have to catch me. When I'm ready to get it in. See, this my daughter. My eyes is mine. She remind me of me when I was younger. In the eyes. That's her too, when she was 15. But I showed y'all this before. This was me when I was about 23. But those are the old days. That's long gone. Okay, let's get into the topic, shall we? Shall we get into the topic? So Ryan Garcia has beefed himself up. Did y'all see my thumbnail picture? I was like, who is this dude? I wonder, can I put his picture up here? Let me see, hold on. Let's see if I can add his picture up here. Cause oh boy, it's beefy. I was like, okay, Ryan, what's going on down there in Texas? Y'all see this one in the middle? He beefy as hell. Look at the one, this old him on the right, on my right. He's always been thin, like, he beefy. He's still a little boy to me, but, if I was young, about his age, I might be like, kind of beefy. Yummy. But anywho, Ryan got beefed up, and a lot of bravado has come with all them muscles and that bulk. And as T.I.'s son says, Ryan standing on business. He's standing on business. But Ryan is fired up. He ain't playing with them folks. Now, them folks meaning Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. I don't know if y'all looked at the final press conference, but if y'all didn't, y'all need to go look at it. He aired them out today, Oscar and B-Hop. Did y'all see their faces? Oscar had a face like, oh Lord, this nigga right here. And Biop had a face like, what is he talking about? I gotta say, I like this new Ryan now. Win, lose, or draw, I reevaluated how I felt about Ryan, because I gave him a lot of criticism, and that's because boxing is my sport. It's the one I enjoy, and as any American, we all got our favorite sport, and we don't like when somebody's mediocre, especially on purpose or playing around with the sport. And I felt that he was. I felt like that he was satisfied with being a local celebrity. He was pulling all the girls he need. He was a social media darling, so he was making money. And as long as he had money and the cars he wanted, he could stay out late and fuck who he wanted to fuck. Ryan was satisfied. And being a boxer was adding to his mystique. And I was like, dude, that's not why I'm here. That's not why I look at fights. And it was just a bunch of bull. And I gave him a lot of criticism. He was one of them fighters I did not like. But I'm a woman of a particular age, and I can change my mind if need be. And I have to change my mind, at least for now. We have to wait and see if young Ryan gonna return back to his old ways. So, win, lose, or draw for me, I'm liking the new Ryan. He might not win a lot. I don't know. The more he step up in competition, we will have to see. But Derek James, to you, you might got one here. This will be Derek James' comeback, because Derek ain't have such a good year this year. But this might be his comeback. And it all goes down this weekend on the Zone. Now, I did hear B-Hop's response to Ryan's response to him. And I gotta say, B-Hop is the king of making shit sound legit or putting a spin on it. He is eloquent. It's like you listening to him and you hearing what he's saying, but you still want to say, but still. He has a way of making things sound good. He's a great spinner. But I gotta say, I understood what he was saying. And like I said, he made it sound good and legit and logical. But still, if you maintain or stand on your business, you'll say, but still, you'll realize it was a spin, because you can't escape the fact Ryan was right. I did a show on this. Ryan was right to call him out and G-checked him on spot, and don't hesitate. And that's what he did. It was shocking. I bet it shocked a lot of people. I bet it shocked a lot of his fans, because he probably usually hold it in or don't say nothing. But as soon as B-Hop came out with that bullshit about potentially shelving Ryan came out and G-checked his ass like, this fight ain't gonna decide shit. You ain't got nothing to do with me. Ryan was right. And he reiterated this on the final press conference, which I didn't think he would do. He sure did. And like I said, the facial expression of it all. I'm damn sure gonna be watching this fight this weekend to see if Derek James was able to up his skills a bit. Cause see, what I think Derek can do, Derek can make, I don't want to say make him tougher, but Derek can make him fight harder, put more emphasis on his power and just going and being relentless. I think Derek has that capability. I think anybody under his tutelage gains that, like that toughness, like go get him type attitude, and just go for broke and be hitting you. This is one of the qualities or good traits that Derek have if he's training you, I think. And this is the crazy thing. And y'all gonna hear me say this. See, Ryan can box. He has more than just fundamentals. He do. He got more than just the basic fundamentals, and he does have fundamentals. He have skills as well. So you put that dog in him, that relentless person to come forward and hit you hard every punch, all through every round till he break you down, with his already boxing skills and fundamentals. You got a complete package. Derek, this might be your star. Derek can add the brawler elements with his power to make it effectively be used. Like, I don't think Ryan was effectively using his brawler aspects or that element in a fight. You know, he can hit you hard and all he wanted was that hook. But if you can hit somebody that hard with that hook, imagine what you can do coming forward, sitting down halfway and just relentlessly going after somebody. And that's what I think Derek can add to his game. You know, and like I said, if so, he would have the complete package. Let's think about it. He's already broke 1 million in pay-per-view. I told you, him and Javante can brag about that. It ain't just Javante. It's both of them. Well, they the ones who broke it. Who else is broke it? Spence ain't broke it. Crawford ain't broke it. Canelo ain't really breaking it. Tank and Ryan did it last. So he's a money maker. He's also a social media darling. He has 9 million social media followers. So he got that. He can sell out in most locations. If he's in Vegas or in Cali somewhere on the West Coast, I don't know so much about, ATL or the Barclays Center. I don't know. But damn, Texas, Vegas, and Cali, hell yeah. And if Derek brought that brawler element in his game, or made him learn how to sit down and come forward on your punches and throw like that all through the fight, Ryan Garcia gonna be dropping motherfuckers. That spells money, money, money. That spells paid. That's a winning combo. So I would say, when it comes to young Ryan, I have officially reevaluated Ryan, and I look upon him favorably now. And that's good for him. But only he can mess that up. He can go back to that old stuff, but I don't think so. I think he's crossed over into manhood. You know what I'm saying? He was a boy. Whenever I'd seen him before, I was like, this kid. But in this final press conference, first time I looked at him and said, that's a little man. I mean, shit. He's still a boy to me. They half my age. They still a boy to me. So, but I can see, if I was young, I'd be like, oh, that's a little man right there. And he proclaims he wants Tank next. So he wants a second chance at Tank. And this time, it'll be different. But we're going to see this weekend. I'm almost sure. I don't know this guy Duarte. I've never seen him fight. And they say he's not a slouch. But I'm almost positive that Ryan is going to knock this dude out. I don't know why I feel this, but I think he is. Now, I'm going to reserve myself a little bit in my newfound fandom of Ryan. Because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know how he's going to act. But if he continue down this path and gets more of what I seen today, Oh, he gonna be a force to be reckoned with. He gonna be in the future a cash cow. Mark my words. Cause if he start housing niggas and beating up the premier fighters and stuff like that and knocking folks out, I'm telling you, he gonna be the cash cow. He gonna be like Canelo. I'm telling you, y'all heard it here. Anywho, moving on. I don't know. Oh, before we move on, shit. I don't know why I say moving on. I did want to treat y'all to what he said in case you didn't hear it. You know, and I might stop it from time to time. And so I don't get strike, whatever. This is not my content. It's for educational purposes. I'm not gonna play what he said like on the screen, but I'm not even gonna put it on my computer. I'm playing it off to the side on my phone. But y'all gonna get to hear why I say Ryan has changed. Now, this is him. I fast forwarded up to where Oscar introduced him, and he's about to get on the mic. So let me pause the music. Remember, this is not my content. This is for educational purposes only. I just want us all to hear young Ryan cross over into manhood.
Everybody, first and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Most High, Jesus Christ. I also want to invite the Holy Spirit into this press conference. Just always want to invite him. Man, a couple of things that I want to touch. You know, one thing that's been on my heart is the statements that Bernard made, where he'll decide if I'm going to finish or if I should continue boxing after this fight. He don't decide that. My coach does. My team does. Everybody that, you know, grinds with me day in and day out, that's who decides. And ultimately,
look, off the dick. That's one of the first things he's saying. He G-checking B-Hop again. Here we go.
God decides, not him. Nobody was telling him when to stop boxing. You know, he stopped boxing at 45, so kudos to him.
True.
But he don't determine that. And another thing I want to touch on is, you know, Oscar saying that, you know, we misinterpret, you know, what they say. It's plain English. I didn't hear anybody speaking any language I
Oscar
don't know.
face. This
so,
nigga right here.
It's very clear to me that, you know, they're backing this guy to beat me just like they thought, you know, was going to beat me. He was the next Filipino star. They saying he's the next Mexican star. You know what? I put everything into this fight. You know, for the first time, I'm extremely committed in a long time. You know, 2021 was one of the times it kind of broke me. 2022, you know, changed me. 2023 opened my eyes. I'm about to come back for everything. You know, I'm just lasered and I'm laser focused, and that's.
Look, Oscar was making them faces in the background, like, what the fuck this dude doing? This nigga right here. And Ryan didn't get no fucks. Oscar is standing right behind him. Here we go.
That's where my confidence comes from. Shout out my mom. And I want to thank, you know, everybody. I want to thank my my strength and conditioning coach. He's been there more than just the physical part. He's been there mentally, spiritually. Shout out,
get his shout out song.
Montez, but he calls Sip. You know, shout out him. Shout out my dad. Shout out my trainer, Derek James. We've been putting a lot of work in.
Go ahead,
and,
Derek.
Oscar's the tough opponent. I know he's gonna come to fight. But, you know, right here, I'm here to make an example of the 140 division. This is how I'm coming. This is the Ryan Garcia you're going to get. I'm going to continue boxing. And, you know, he also said that, you know, he calls out on the bullshit, the lies. Man, last time I checked, he said he never lose to a white boy, and then Joe Smith Jr. knocked him out of the ring.
Whoa.
Last time I checked, Joe Smith Jr. was white. So, you know, they be lying.
Whoa. Shots fired. He said they basically be saying it's lies, but I understand English very well. And he said, let me give you an example. Let me just show you how he be lying. B-Hop, I think, is the first person that said, I'll never get beat by a white boy or something to that effect. And we know that Devin Haney has said that too. And then turned around and got knocked out the ring. I remember that fight by a white boy. He said, last time I checked, Joe Smith is a white boy, or whoever the dude was that knocked him out the ring. Then they put the camera on B Hop, and B Hop got that. What is he talking about? Look, I can't help but say, go ahead, Ryan. He told them, and like I said, he came right up to the mic. He gave a shout out to the Lord and Savior, and invited the heavenly spirits up in the place, and off the dick went right in on B Hop. G checked his ass. I was like, damn. And like I said, the facial expressions of it all. But I'm proud of him. I'm this the Ryan I like. He ain't hold his tongue. And maybe this is something he picking up from Derek. Derek, I like what you're doing already. I like what I see already. Bruce Gass is in the building. He said, hey, Miss T, what's popping, Bruce? Now, young Ryan. Oh, I can't wait to see you, boy. So, let's get into Tank. Like that was, the one thing Ryan do leave us with is the fact that he is very much interested in a rematch with Tank. But speaking of Tank, let me tell you, we have argued and complained or whatever about these fighters taking control over their career. And I don't know if it's since PBC got a sinking ship right now. They going down because, again, I restate, very, very close to a deal with Amazon Prime is not the same as having a deal. So, we do have to contend with that because those are the facts. But you got a lot of fighters now speaking up for themselves. And I wonder who started this. Well, this is the Terrence Crawford era. And Terrence Crawford has always spoke up for himself. He's always beat to his own rhythm. And he always did things the way he wanted to. And it seemed like he was more responsible for creating his narrative and all that. Even though he had a lot of haters and the Earl Sexers was giving him a hard time, he did what he did. But now you're starting to see this in other fighters. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So Tank Davis has said he doesn't want to be elevated to full lightweight WBA champion following Devin Haney's vacation of his belt. So Devin Haney vacated all his belts. And I don't know what's up with the sanction about it with this email delivering of belts. But, all I can say is these fighters are starting to hear the boxing fans talk because we not with it. We gave Devin Haney hell years ago when he was the email champ. We never let him forget it. And fighters never let him forget it. That was a thing that they could dump on him and get under his skin with. I'm sure Devin didn't like to be called email champion. Now, the latest email champion is Bruce Ennis. Now, you can tell by the lies and embellishments that him and Bozy be over there trying to recreate the narrative of what really went down with Boots and the movements that he made, or you could call it ducking, but he's an email champion, and we know that he asked for it. We know that he not, it's more than just petition. He administratively asked for that title. They did. But he don't want that albatross to hang over his head because the boxing fans are talking, and we like, no, dude, you an email champion. We can't respect that. You ain't get it out the mud. You're not getting it out the ring. So shout outs to Tank Davis for getting ahead of the story or ahead of any kind of narrative that can be drummed up on him, or knowing, and this proves that these fighters know the behind the scene moves that these sanctioning bodies or what have you gonna do to so that they can stop acting surprised when something come across their table. Because Tank Davis has said he don't want to be elevated. Don't just give him full champion. He don't want the shit. He don't want it. You know, I think, it's interesting that he feels that way. Because he see our opinions as fans that matter. We would not be favorable to him. He would catch a lot of backlash, and we'll be like, ain't this about a, if they did do this, what would we have called him? We would have called him the same thing we call him Boots. People are already mad at Tank because he don't seem like he ever want to, he not pressed for championships. He's not pressed for unification. He's not pressed to be undisputed. He pressed for his money. And, hey, it is prize fighting, but at the same time, you need to go for the Super Bowl of boxing. That's how I feel. And I would think that that's how most true boxing fans will feel. Like, I'm not, football got their Super Bowl. The NBA got the finals or whatever the hell it's called. Hockey got the Stanley Cup. I mean, can boxing have something? We're not going to just be paying out our pocket just to make somebody else rich. Think about it. If you a true boxing fan, you probably amass about $500 per year plus in money that you pulled out your pocket to devote to boxing. Boxing can almost become like a bill for some people. If every other month you paying for a pay-per-view, that's like a bill. And we don't, like I said about Ryan, we didn't have time for that mediocre shit. And we don't got time for this email shit. If they looking at it like just as money, like, tell me, why would I want to just, you could take any boxer, put him in there now. He's 20 years old, let's say. Like, let's take like a Peter, that guy, Milnicki. He's young. But he's new and he's fighting often. He's doing what you're supposed to do. If you ain't concussed and you ain't got a cut, fight the next month. Keep fighting. Well, Milnicki, young dude, I remember, was it last year, the year before last? He just got out of high school. And he's fighting. And that's what we want to see. But he wants a championship. But why would I, a boxing fan, just be quick to dig in my pockets and pay to go see Milnicki if that's not what he was working for? Why would I do it? To help him get rich? Who is he to me? People not going to do that. You don't see it with football. You don't see it with basketball. Why should you see it with boxing? But Tank, he on his TBE shit. He don't care about none of that. He care about the prize. Tank, to his credit, he did win one real championship earlier in his career. But I feel like if it weren't for Mayweather, he wouldn't get tired of sanctioning bodies this quick. But a lot of these fighters complain about paying the sanctioning bodies. But I'm sure nobody at this point wants to be an email champion because we raining on their parade. We discrediting them. It's like your career gonna start going backwards if you get your belts in the mail, in the email. Like I said, look at the backlash for Haney. Haney took for it. Now look at what Booth's going through. Besides, Tank was one of those folks who criticized Devin about it years ago. Tank did throw some criticism towards Devin's way about being an email champion. And so we can't forget that. And that's good on Tank that he remembered, because some dumbass people would just go ahead and, start criticizing and forget what they said years ago. And I know Devin was waiting for it too. Let me see what Tank gonna say. Let me see what he gonna do. That was a smart move on Tank's part. It's chess, not checkers. You know, so everyone is on it now. Get it out the mud. Also, Tank, he don't want to stifle his momentum, because he got momentum coming out that Ryan fight. Him and Ryan don't want that either, so they could ill afford, backlash or some kind of negative blemish on their reputation, and I don't blame either one of them because that can make a turn for the worse, like got you going backwards. But I sit here and I wonder who was in Tank's ear. Like who was telling him, no, remember when we got on Devin? Don't take that. Look how they doing Boots. That was a smart move. But again, when I said for years now, we've been complaining about these fighters being the orchestra of their career, orchestrator, um, you know, uh, making their own plans, creating their own narratives and their own bios and taking control of your career and not waiting for these promoters and empty suits to tell the world who you are and what you're doing and this, that, and the other. We've been asking for these fighters to do this for a long time now. We've been asking them. And here you got Tank cutting you off at the knees. Let me let you know. He basically saying, let me let you know before you come over here with that bullshit trying to make me the full champion because Devin vacated the belts. I ain't with it. I don't want it. Give it to somebody else. You ain't gonna have nobody calling me an email champ. I get everything I got out the mud, and I don't believe in winning shit outside the ring. What can you say? He not gonna let you tarnish his record. That was a close call, but he took control over the narrative before it could even go left. Like I said, I love seeing fighters get like this, taking control and everything. And just so we clear, it's other reasons too why you don't want to get the belt like that. It could be sanctioning fees, the mandos that he would have to face, less freedom to move around as he want to do, and other reasons not to want the belt. These are like other reasons why you wouldn't want the belt because it's like they can handle you more, they can sun you more, and Tank probably don't want all that. Like, hey, I don't have to take y'all belt. I don't have to do all that. Y'all can keep y'all belt. I can move how I want. Y'all see how he move. He fight who he want when he want. Tank been out of jail for a minute, and I haven't heard. And he might be in the gym. I don't know, staying in shape or whatever. But I haven't heard anything about him coming anywhere close to a fight. When is his next fight? It's like he not pressed. But again, you guys, Ryan said they cleared 30 million. And look at Ryan, he back in. Can you imagine if Tank cleared 30 million? Do you think he pressed to come back? And if he don't want to come back, that's fine. I mean, I'm glad that boxing offers that to young men to make that kind of money. It's not, women are not making that money yet, and I say yet, but I'm glad that they do make some money. But I'm glad that young men have this opportunity to get into boxing and make a whole lot of money that can set them straight for life. Change the dynamics in their whole family, generational curses in their nose, because to get rid of some generational curses, you need financial stability. And Tank definitely can change that for his family, his mother, his brothers. I guess he got sisters. I don't know. Definitely his children will live better than he did. But is Tank smart enough not to mess up the money? That we don't know. Our money is in the building. What's popping? What you got on
Hey,
you?
how you doing, Miss T?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for letting me on.
No problem. No problem. I know I've been gone for a long time. I gotta build myself back up. I've been gone forever. I've been gone for about a month, but I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to come back. Well, what you think about what I just spoke about
With the
today?
Ryan, with the Ryan Garcia,
Yeah, and the tank.
I I had watched that the little skit, that skit you played. I watched that earlier. I liked it too. I did. I liked that.
Don't you wish he was like this long time ago?
I wish they all was like that, Miss T.
You know what I think? I think Ryan got success in areas uh that he probably shouldn't have. Like most fighters don't get. Like fighters can get popular and they can be well known and get the notoriety, but not necessarily have the money. And you keep your head down and nose to the grind until you get the money. But young Ryan, early on, he was making the money.
Yeah, Ryan been popping his shit. I seen the little shot he took back at Shakur when he say, yeah, I'm the first fighter that made $30 million that don't have a world title. So he been he been popping his shit. You know what I'm saying? I like how he been talking his shit. You know.
Yeah, look at Shakur
Uh,
Stevens. He been boxing. He was an Olympian. Got a lot of success. We know him to be. He's an excellent boxer. No matter how we feel about him in his last performance, but he is not a millionaire like Ryan.
no, a lot of them ain't like Ryan.
Hell, Tank wasn't. When Ryan came into the fight with Tank, he was worth $10 million.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, Ryan post something about a watch, Miss T, and he had 500,000 replies or something. You know, like he really, he different.
he
Regardless of
do.
how anybody feel about it, he bring the money in.
He got the charisma,
Yeah,
the personality to make this thing blow up. He looks like he really is a golden boy. Same thing Oscar had, but we didn't have this
yeah,
technology back then. Oscar, all he had to do is flash his smile. Motherfuckers went crazy for him until
yeah.
he
But
got until he
at
got
the same
older.
time, Oscar was really down to scrap though. He was scrapping with everybody,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit different with him.
And that helped because again, we didn't have this technology. And so you can only go by what you saw on TV. And Oscar, like you said, he
Uh,
was a scrapper and he didn't
yeah.
duck out of no fights. He fought everybody. He didn't run from stuff. And Ryan was. And I was like, I think Ryan did enough. What he was doing in the beginning was, correct me if I'm wrong, was enough where he was kind of like a local celebrity. He was getting all the bitches that he wanted, you know, coming and going as he pleased. He had the money, so he
Well,
had the
I
nice
feel like
car.
this how I feel about him, Miss T. And you could correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like most of the fighters now are taking the Floyd route. Work smart, not hard. So
Mm-hmm.
most of them trying to find the easiest fight for the most money.
Yeah, that's true. But
Eh,
what's gonna change that is all it takes is Ryan and others to be all like, "Come on, let's get it." I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, no, no. That's all I was gonna say. I was just saying what you think of that, because that's how I
Mm-hmm.
kind of see it. Even with the Shakur uh Devin Haney thing.
He
Like I
wants to
felt
be on
like
the Yeah, he wants to be on the level of I'm sorry, I keep interrupting because I'm it's
no,
like
no,
a
no, you
delay in my
good.
ear. He
No,
wants to
no, no.
be he wants to be on the level of Terrence Crawford, Shakur do, and Andre. They haven't lost, and he just want to be that dude that you look at like, oh, he never gonna lose. And so it's that's not his. I always tell people that's not your destiny or the path you're gonna walk. Everybody got their own path, but you right. I believe that they do be on some TBE shit. Andrew Charles is in the building, was popping king. But they do be on that TBE shit, and it did not do well for boxing. Did well for Floyd. You know,
it did real for Floyd. But yeah, I just feel like all the fighters, especially the undefeated fighters, that's how they move. From Frank Martin to Shakur to Haney to Tank to all of them, I feel like that.
It's like an arrogance. Where they get the arrogance? That's what I be saying. Like, where you get the arrogance? I see where Floyd got his arrogance, but where you get yours? You know what I'm saying? Or Tank, Tank, why are you mad? Why are you mad about sanctioning fees? And why is that your battle? When he was like new, I can't even say he knew. He in the middle of his career. I personally think that Tank,
he got that from Floyd, Miss T. That's the only thing I could think of. He got it from Floyd.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But like you know, that's what I would ask him. Like, why do you feel that way? Why do you, you know, I don't get it. Because if you ain't taking this money and saying, you know what, for the next year or two, I'm gonna go to junior college and, you know, try to educate myself on and learn some skills and some math, and or go back and get my degrees and blah 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 blah. If you're not doing that, and you got $30 million, you cleared $30 million, who's to say in 3 or 4 years Tank's still gonna have that money? I guarantee you Ryan will still have his money, but who's to say Tank is? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
And then he gonna be coming back. He gonna be coming back. Let me get in. Let me make some money. We're gonna be like, bump you. Everybody's like, you know, they believe in this Floyd thing. It made sense for Floyd. Floyd would see now and drop him. Go ahead.
I think now though, Miss T, that last pay-per-view that they just did with Boo Boo and David Benavidez.
Yeah.
With that 60,000. They gonna have to put some more fights. Yeah, I mean that's what I heard. So I'm like, cause I bought a lot of fights this year, Miss T. I didn't steal a lot of fights this year.
Yeah,
I paid for a lot. Yeah, I've been paying for them too. But it's so easy to stream. People gonna do it.
They are.
People gonna do it. Yeah.
I got a friend who was
diehard
PBC fan, but he don't buy no fights. He always streaming his shit, and I be like,
Miss T, at my house, I'll stream it. Like the last fight I streamed, but the first David Benavidez fight, the Ryan Tank, Canelo Charlo, and the Bud Spence. I paid for all those.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I said I went on the strike, and it lasted just all of last year of not paying for pay-per-view until they put that Spence and Crawford fight together. And when I seen that they was gonna do it, I just said, okay, I can start paying for these fights now. And that's what I did. Andrew Charles said broke ass fighters turn down $1 million deals in this era. Now I'm gonna tell you who just turned down a 1.5 deal. 1.5 was Teofimo, right? We hear that. But I agree with Teofimo. I agree with him. I agree with him because I was like, if you guys think about it and put yourself in his shoes, he has done the unthinkable twice now. I'm not saying he all that in the bag of chips. I'm just saying he has always been a good fighter. He had one bad fight, and that was with Kambosos. That wasn't his night that night. But he's seeing
that Sandor Martin wasn't the best performance either, Miss T.
The Sandor, he I don't think he fought Sandor.
The one where he was saying, "Do I still got it?" Who did he fight that night?
Oh damn, who was that?
That wasn't the best one. I think that was.
But how many fights that he didn't had? I mean. But
yeah, I like Teofimo. I like Teofimo. I like Teofimo.
This is his flaw. When Teofimo know he can beat you, it's like he lacks a daisical. When he know he got the leverage or he's a better fighter than you, it's like some kind of way he lose focus. But when the whole world presumes that your opponent is way better than you, like when he fought Josh Taylor or Lomachenko, fucking Teofimo turned into a monster. And when he was coming up trying to get his spot, he was a monster. And so Teofimo is a good fighter. I like him too, but I agree with him. At what point are y'all gonna pay me the big bucks?
Yeah, Mr. T, that was the Sandor Martin fight.
That was
check. That was the Sandor Martin fight.
Okay, he didn't. Yeah. And he's going through stuff just like the other fighters. With all that bravado and insecurities, and it's pressurous. It's a pressurous life, and it's hard. You got to be mentally strong. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody can handle that. Like I can tell you, I'm different. I know when you're young, you think you're invincible, but as you get older, you're gonna have that one moment when you realize you're not invincible. And then as you keep getting older, like right now in my life, I don't want to hear too much bad news. I can't handle it. Before I'd be like, what happened? Let me hear it. What you say? What? Girl, what? I'd be like, don't. I don't want to hear too much negativity. And that's new for me. That is new. I was like, damn, bitch getting old. Because that is new.
What I never got into, Miss T, with the sport, and it's new to me now, just with the internet and everything, the contract part of everything. Like, I don't care about that part. I don't even offer an opinion on it, for real. Like, I don't care what them fighters think they worth. I just want to see the fights.
Me being in the Navy, it's hard for me to look at it like that. But I feel you. Because every I didn't sign up for 20 years straight. I didn't sign no contract like that. But every 3 years I would sign a contract. And every 3 years I'd be like, can I do this shit for 3 more years? You go through that like weeks thinking about it. Like, can I do this shit? Because then you'll be like, okay, yeah, I can do it. And then you sign that contract. And then 2 or 3 months in, you be like, motherfucker. Like, you be ready to kill a nigga. So you be like, why did I sign for 3 more years? I'm stuck in this bitch. And, so I believe if you sign a contract, you got to honor your contract, period. Ain't nothing to talk about. You just got to honor your contract. So you have to be sure of what you want to do. And that's what Teofimo do. Look at what Mike Tyson doing. I mean, not and Mike Tyson. Tyson Fury.
I drive for a living, so I look at it completely different. Like, if I don't feel like the drive is worth my time, I don't go. And nobody can tell me like what's worth my time.
Yeah, I feel you. But see, but if you just locked into it, but the way this world works in this country especially, if you sign a contract, you locked in. I mean, it is what it is.
For sure.
And if somebody signed a contract
with you, and I'm referring that, Miss T, I'm referring that to the Shakur Haney situation, and I'm referring that to the Frank Martin Shakur situation.
Yeah, Frank Martin was wrong. I don't know what gassed him up in his head after that performance he did last July. Because you remember 2 weeks before Crawford and them fought, Frank Martin fought, and he lost, in my opinion. They gave him.
He lost to me too. He lost that fight. He lost that fight to me too. Even though he scored a knockdown, I thought he lost that fight.
Yeah, but they gave it to him. I don't be bashing people that much. I went through my little emotional whatever with the Deontay Wilder. Now I be like, yeah, I don't think that person won, and I just leave it at that. I don't harbor on it. Like, I don't think they have Haney won over Lomachenko, but I accept what their decision is because that's the way it's gonna be written in the history books. But Frank Martin,
I thought that.
Go ahead.
I thought the Haney Loma was close. It was a good fight, but I thought Frank Martin lost.
Yeah, Frank definitely lost. And then when he came back and said he pulled out, and then he tried to explain, he went on favorable channels to try to explain why he pulled out. And I'm like, yo, do y'all know that Frank Martin got just as many fights as Earl Spence? Where the fuck he been all this time for him to think he got all this clout? And he only getting this clout because he with who? Derek James. He's with the
Yeah.
crew. That
Yeah.
ain't enough, man. I don't care who you ain't. You can stand beside Obama. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build your own reputation and status. You can't
So
just
how you
cause
feel about Shakur and Haney? You feel like Shakur should have took 25%?
if that was the case, yeah, but what was the situation actually?
That was the
How
situation.
they was it was, but it wasn't quite how they presented it. I used to, oh damn, I done forgot what it was. Something about they would have
See, me
had
as a
to
fan,
mhm.
Miss T, let me just say this. As a fan, I would have wanted him to take that and make the fight happen, especially after all the shit you done talked.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I know that boxing is a business, blah blah
yeah,
blah, and you feel like you worth whatever you worth. So I can't tell him what he
yeah.
worth or what he ain't worth. So that's
I,
what I
I
was
I know it
referring to with
wasn't.
that.
I know it wasn't quite like that, but if you leave it just like that, because that's all we gonna know as fans out here anyway. I agree with you. He should have took it, but it was something like it's some kind of formula that would have had to been done. It really wouldn't have been up to either one of them. You know how they come up with a 60-40, 65-35 or something like, how they come up with those. That's a formula. It's not like when Earl Smith said I 80-20 his ass. You can't do that. It's I forgot how that form. I used to know it, but I
Okay,
remember
okay.
thinking about
See,
that.
you schooling me now, Miss T. I
Oh,
didn't, I
okay.
didn't, I won't say I knew that. I ain't know
Mm.
nothing about that. I
It
thought
was
like
something.
if you was like a decorated fighter or if you had did a lot in the sport, then you get more of a percentage or something like that. But I didn't know for sure
Like
how it worked.
Benavidez. When Benavidez go for them belts, right? Canelo can't 80-20 him. Why? Because Benavidez has fought for that interim spot too many times. It's a formula. Like if you fight for the interim spot a couple of times, your percentage change. You just people, a lot of people
Yeah,
think it all
but
the time that it's just they give you a
I
percentage.
thought it
No,
depended on I thought it depended on the fighter and his accomplishments in the sport too, though.
right? It's a formula, is what I'm saying, and the formula can be the simple formula, like,
Oh,
hey,
okay.
uh, it's your turn at bat. And then you get the basic 80-20, whatever they want, whatever 70-30, whatever. But outside of that, you got people who fighting for the interim several times. You got people who are ranked
So let
number
me ask you
one
this,
or
Miss T.
whatever. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. I
Mm-hmm.
just watched the interview with actually it was a sit down with Devin Haney, and
Mm-hmm.
he said that they offered him the contract, and I just watched it today, Miss T. He said Gambosa's offered him the contract, told him take this much, 20% or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
You got 24 hours. He said they told him you have 24 hours and don't discuss this with anybody except you and your dad.
Now here's the thing, though. Cambosos just won the belts. Devin
Mm-hmm.
was not the mandatory. And he was trying to fight Lomo, but the war was going on. And
Uh-huh.
so remember, Devin had to leave Eddie Hearn and get with Top Rank just to even make the fight. So it's an in-house made fight, because I think Cambosos was
No,
with Top.
and he said that too. He said that they said, yeah, leave your promoter, sign this
Mm-hmm.
deal. Yeah, he said they put
Mm-hmm.
that in there too. Leave your promoter,
Yeah.
sign this deal, and don't say nothing to anybody. And you got 24 hours.
Well, yeah, because again, they was lining that shit up for Lomachenko. If Lomachenko really, really wanted to do it, he could have. But where Lomachenko dropped the ball was when he looked like he was trying to hide from that war. His stock went down. So even though they had just his minister of sports for that country had just relinquished all them, like him, Postal, Usyk, all of them. They could go on with their boxing career. Lomachenko tried to stick around just a little bit. It just wasn't good timing for him. But
Right.
yeah, they gave that deal to Devin. Devin wasn't in line for that, and Kambosos could, and it's on his home turf. He got all the belts, and so Top Rank was doing, was coming up with the pay. But Australia also, and they not America. We can't put America rules on another country. Australia, some kind
That's
of
a
way,
fact. That's a fact, Miss T.
some kind of way, yeah.
I ain't factor
Uh,
that in.
paid him so that when Top Rank paid him and his country paid him, he was walking away with 10 million. They not only paid him like that, they built up the little town or whatever area they were fighting in to attract tourists, as like the Olympics, like a country would
Oh,
do.
for sure.
How they built up,
I'm
yeah, they
hip.
did that shit. And so
Yeah.
yeah, they paid him. He was gonna get 10 million. He didn't care how he got it. If you add up everything and put all the pieces together, that's what Kambosos took home, and Devin took home too, because that's what Bob was gonna pay. Devin didn't have a country to add the pieces and add extra money. All Devin knew is that he was trying to make a beeline for them belts. That's all Devin wanted. And Bob paid Devin 2 million, something like that, or whatever. But why Eddie Hearn couldn't make that deal, I don't know. But I'm thinking because Bob was
The
in the
Australian
city, huh?
Australian government probably. That
Yeah,
makes sense, Miss T.
yeah.
Bob had that
So
Australian government on deck.
that too, yeah. And so Bob got the nod on that one. And so it's a lot of things that factor into how much money you're gonna make. Now, the part I would say about Shakur, when they was at that party and he was standing next to Jazz Prince, and he had somebody hold up something saying sign the contract. Nigga, it
Right,
wasn't a
right.
contract, so he was capping on that. And number two,
We
I'm
all
talking about
we all know
Shakur.
he was capping on that. We all know he was
Yeah,
capping on that.
yeah, and two, what's his name is right. What's his name? Devin Haney, right. When you get into the weeds of things, see Shakur. Okay, how I'm gonna say this? I'm sorry, Shakur, but your smartness, you've gotten better, I'm sure. But you about as smart as a person could be from where you from, considering whether or not you folk like the average. Think about the hood, right? The hood. You know what type of people you're gonna have in the hood. It's not saying they're not capable of bringing home honor roll or going to school and being focused or whatever. It's saying that what is the probability of them trying to go to school and be book sense? And I went to a Shakur fight when he fought Jamel Herring, and I was sitting right
We both
smack.
did, Miss T.
Did you in Atlanta?
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, yeah. That's the night the world,
You
Atlanta
met
raised.
we
Yeah,
talked you met Xander that night.
Zayas.
You told me,
Yeah.
yeah, we talked about that.
Cynthia.
We talked about
Okay,
that, yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
And remember, I
Miss T,
told y'all
I've been following you for a long
for a
time.
minute.
This is my first time jumping on here with you. Yeah, I was at that fight too.
Oh, cool. Remember, I told y'all
Yeah.
I was sitting
Mhm.
smack dab in the middle of his whole family.
Mhm.
And let me tell you, because look, and I can say this with a straight face, because my family's the same. Oh, nah, ain't no scholars in that group. Like, not saying that they couldn't be, but no scholars over there. So Shakur, when he heard the deal, it's like if you go to somebody from that part of the world and you say, hey, I can give you 1%, or I give you 3% of the total amount of the fight, or that's how much I'll pay you every fight, or I can give you $100,000 right now for 3 fights. What you think somebody that ain't really book smart will gonna do, or ain't really into school like that?
Mhm.
What do they
They
see
gonna
the
take that
hundred
upfront
thousand?
money. Yeah, for sure.
A person who's thinking gonna be like, run me the percent. Sometimes, but there is possibilities that you run that percent and you might not get that much. That's possible. More than likely, you talking a big boxing match. You say run me the percent, you might get a 500,000 or 1,000,000. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with Shakur and Haney, because Haney was saying whatever. Haney was not in the driver's seat to say what percentage. That's basically what I'm saying to say to Shakur. And once he said that to Shakur, Shakur fell into the groove, and all he heard was him say 25. I'm not taking that, and thinking he getting less money. But if he would have looked at how that shit work out, it probably would have been more money than he ever had made. So Haney was right
Maybe,
when
maybe
Haney did
not,
what he
Miss
said.
T. Haney ain't selling tickets like that.
Nah, he not, but
Or pay per
um,
views. We don't know.
he not,
Maybe,
but
maybe not. Maybe,
mm-hmm.
maybe not. I don't. I think he gonna do about the same as Benavidez did, if probably less. What you think?
Who Haney and Shakur?
Yeah, Haney and Regis.
mm. Oh, Regis. Yeah,
Yeah, next week they probably gonna do about 50.
that shit ain't pay per view, is it?
Yes, Miss T, that
Oh
shit pay
hell.
per view. That's what I'm saying, Miss T. They be squeezing the fuck out of the fans. Like I don't, and then I just buy them because I don't be wanting to be sounding like a cheap ass, but they be squeezing us, Miss T.
They better have that shit for $30. Let me see. Haney and
Miss T,
Regis.
that shit ain't $30, Miss
That's on
T.
the
That shit
zone.
ain't $30.
Let me tell y'all, with the zone, y'all just gotta say, I'll come back to it. Somebody gonna post the zone fights. Somebody always post that bitch up online for free the night of the fight.
Yeah.
Always. You just gotta catch it. Sometimes it don't be the best angle, but I promise you, somebody gonna load that bitch up. They do that to the zone fighters all the time. And then if you wait a couple of weeks, it'll be on the zone for free. So I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to catch the highlights. But I believe Regis. I
No, Miss
believe
T,
that both of them
if you feel
believe.
like that, I got a link. I'll shoot it to your email. Like, I
Okay,
got a
shoot,
link.
shoot it to
No
Boxing
doubt,
Fans
no
Talk.
doubt. Oh, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I'll shoot you a link. You ain't gotta do that, but yeah, I buy them just because especially since I've been on YouTube, I try to put on for the sport or whatever. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
they starting to just squeeze the fuck out of us, Miss T, and I'm getting sick of
Mm-hmm.
that shit.
I got 17 people that I gotta buy gifts for Christmas. And then everybody in my family birthday this month. Well, not everybody, but enough. My nephew's on the 10th. My mama's the 17th. My daughter's future husband's on the 17th. My brother-in-law's on the 17th. Like, man, it don't stop in the month of December. And like I said, then it's Christmas. So now, most of the kids, we all grown. And I don't try to do much for grown folks, but I try to hit up the kids. But I made goodie bags, and it saved my pockets, because I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was like, it's too many of y'all. So y'all look, I be telling y'all about my digital store. I don't know if y'all be believing me, but I just bought everybody a t-shirt. Look at these shirts that I came on. Look at that. Why you can't get your girl that shirt? Look at this shirt. That's me, yo. I made this picture, and I try to post it when I try to make it on the shirt. For some reason, the color went outside the line. So it just started flaws. That's saying I came up with. I do the Libra season as usual. It's Libra season up in here. And then, I got, I just make sure, y'all, look at that. That be some people's mindset. I be thinking about what people be thinking on the daily. Like, my patience level is almost on E. How many times you just said you was on fumes? How many times I say that all the time, and then I love this is my favorite shirt. And I buy the shit myself. But that's what I did. And I did that whole design. I don't know, y'all. It give me something to do. I love doing it. And I'm like actually smiling. Like, cause I'm like like this is a new thing for me to do. But I bought everybody a t-shirt from my own shop. and I got this brown bag with handles. It looked like paper bag, and I'm making goodie bags. So like for my niece who's 7, she getting a nice t-shirt, but she keep losing her socks. So I bought her a whole bunch of socks. She ain't gonna lose no socks this year or going into next year. She gonna have a whole lot of socks. And one of my the twins, they 16, so I got them a Visa card with money on it because kids they just want money when you get about that age. But it's candy, it's little like bowler bats. I had fun doing it, and I made all these bags, and then I'm gonna send them out to them, and they can put it under their tree, and at least for a week, you can be snacking on some shit because there's gummies in there, it's little candy bars, there's all kinds of candy up in that bitch. So that's what I did for Christmas, and all of that cost me about $500. So,
That's
and
dope.
I'm done with Christmas, but
Andrew
that's
Charles. That's not true, man.
what he said. He said, once a streamer, always a streamer. Some people feel that way. It's like I said, that dude, that my friend with diehard PBC, he down with PBC like nobody business. But dude don't never buy a fight. I was like,
I bought a lot of fights this year. I bought a lot of them, but I streamed like probably a couple of them. So I can't agree with that comment.
Like I said, I'd be okay if I miss it, because like I said, like you gonna help me out with the link. I get people like that.
Oh, for sure.
Or something like sometimes if you looking hard enough, somebody gonna load the shit up. It ain't gonna stay up there long. But that Haney fight, I don't agree with it. Him and Regis as a pay-per-view. I don't agree. And I'm not gonna buy pay-per-view that is not pay-per-view worthy.
I ain't gonna lie, Miss T. I'm gonna buy that one. I'm gonna buy it.
You gonna buy that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I think it's like $60.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay for it though, just because it's Haney, and like Haney, I don't know. I know it's probably, if he win, he probably won't score a knockout, but I just want to support his fight.
What?
I do, Miss T. I'm a boxing fan.
You think Haney? And I'm saying you think it's possible for him to score a knockout?
No, I said he will not score a knockout.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
Yeah. No, I say he probably will not score a knockout.
Dude, but I'm over here almost about to choke on my ice when you said.
Oh no, hell no. I say he probably won't score a knockout, but I just want to support him.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you, but I think
I know he probably won't score a knockout, but I think this is first pay-per-view fight.
It is, and
I don't want to steal it.
Technically, to us, it's his first pay-per-view because when he fought Cambosos, it cost the UK. They had to pay for it. We didn't.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I don't want to steal his first pay-per-view fight. I'm gonna pay for it.
And isn't this Regis' first pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yep, I think so. Yeah, it's both of their first.
See, Regis,
and I think it's $60. So like, I don't want to.
I got Regis winning. Regis to put out there like he want all the haters. He said he want all of y'all to be against him. Go out there and bet your whole mortgage.
I had Regis winning at first, but since the fight got made, I think I'm picking Haney.
What you think about Haney? Got this one thing about him that you want to get in his head. Start calling that nigga a silver spooner. What do you think about that?
I heard y'all talking about that. I heard, I was on there yesterday when you and Q was going. I was gonna jump on here. But my baby was going crazy. Y'all was funny as hell with that shit yesterday.
What you think? Let me hear you.
I mean, you could tell it fuck with him. Mm-hmm. You could tell.
It fucks with him, and it's a
I
shame
think
because that's
I
crazy. It
think
would
it
never
fuck with
fuck
his
with me.
fans too, like the Haney fans, because they get on YouTube and they just be like super defending him, like just like it is what it is.
I think he need to lean into it. Like, dude, you can't change it. Your daddy gave you a silver spoon. It is what it is. I wouldn't be mad at that. Nigga, that would
Hmm.
only make my generation of folk, we be happy. We'll lean into that bitch. All of us, I don't know if you as old as me, Al Money, but
I'm 41, Miss T.
okay, you not as old as me. But we not I'm 10 years older than you, 11 to be exact. But yeah, when I was younger, there was a show called Silver Spoons.
I
There was
know
a
I'm hip.
show.
I heard you talking about it yesterday, Miss
Oh,
T. I watched it. I used to watch it.
Lord, Lord, that was my show. That was my show.
I used to watch it.
Bullshit. I know. Oh, you guys. So yeah,
Yeah.
I remember sitting there watching that shit when I was a kid. Like, I wish I could just be there. And I still would have been me and that much more. Cause I was always I was a little tomboy. I was always very competitive. You can't beat me running. You can't beat me painting. You can't beat me. And I was a sore loser. I used to cry. But if I'd have had a silver spoon in my mouth, it would have only made me go harder in the paint. That's it. So I don't understand this new generation why that's a negative. That should be a positive. Hmm. But I can tell it gets to Devin. He get fired up. Regis know what he doing, but here's the thing: you can make somebody so mad they beat the dog shit out you. So I don't know if Regis can't hurt him with any of his punches. Devin gonna wear his ass out.
But you
That's
say
how
you
I see
picking
it.
Regis, Miss T, or you picking Devin?
I'm picking Regis because Regis can box, and I feel like in 12 rounds he's going to hit Devin eventually. But if he don't hurt Devin, Devin is so active that he's gonna wear Regis' ass out. I say Regis is a model. He like the
I
Vogue.
think I think Devin gonna jab and grab Regis all night, Miss T.
He probably do. He
I
probably
think it's
do.
gonna be one of them boring jab and grab, a lot of holding, a
I
lot of
hate those.
breaks. Yep, I
I
hate them too.
I hate them
I hate
type
them
fights.
kind too. But I think it's gonna be one of them. I don't think Regis gonna be able to. I think Regis gonna give him a good fight, but I think he gonna get frustrated from Devin just clinching so
Regis
much.
Regis can fight in the inside too, but Regis promised he said he gonna disfigure his face. But let me ask you about this. Okay. Speaking of fighters taking control of the narrative and taking control of their whole career, which I very much employ, like Tank saying, "Don't run me that WBA. Keep that shit from around me. I ain't taking that. You not about to call me no email champion." And Ryan G checking the fuck out of fucking B Hop. And then you got Benavidez getting ahead. And this is what I mean by taking control over your career. Benavidez wants the fight to be set up between him and Big Charlo, for May next year. And that's if Canelo gonna go ahead and fight Munguia. And I was like, I had to sit there and think about it. And then I said, you know what? I think that's a smart move. Because if you think about it, Mauricio said that he gonna give Canelo 90 days to make the fight with Benavidez. But Canelo is hell bent on fighting Munguia. So if you giving him 90 days, are you gonna strip him? And if you telling him to fight Benavidez, then that means Benavidez is number one. So if you strip him, then Benavidez can say, "Hey, put that belt on the line for me and Charlo next May." He giving everybody time. You know what I'm saying? He giving Charlo time. Charlo got enough time to do a stay busy fight or another tune up in either the end of January, beginning of February, and still be ready by May. I think that was a smart move for Benavidez. What you think?
Yeah, I think Benavidez wants to smoke with anybody, Miss T. I like him. I've been following him for the last couple of years. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see Benavidez when he's in his 30s, when the youth is gone. Cause I tell y'all, the way he fight, it ain't conducive. Like how Floyd fought, because Floyd knew fundamentals and Floyd was a beast. He can fight you, he can brawl you, he can box you. So how Floyd fought, he was able to be Pretty Boy, Money May, and TBE as he got older. He was able to fight more conservative and still win because he knew how to box. You look at some of these fighters today, I don't see that. Like Benavidez is one of them. I don't see. It's good. You 26. What about when you're 33? Is it still gonna be there? Just like Pacquiao, I would never train nobody to fight just like Pacquiao. He do a lot of things that you would consider flaws, but it worked for him, and that's how I see with Benavidez. So I understand his drive for wanting to hurry up and get what he want to get, because he know. And the proof, and my proof of that is look at the Figueroas. Remember fucking Omar Figueroa? Remember when he was younger? That motherfucker was a beast. You couldn't beat this nigga. This nigga stayed on your ass like white on rice. Look at his ass now. He barely in his early 30s. Look at his brother falling off. Yeah, because
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah,
Omar and Brandon. Yeah, you're right though, Miss T. Them styles don't last for longevity.
Yeah, that's how I be seeing it. But other than that, like I said,
that's why they gotta go ahead and make the big fights, Miss T. Give us the fights we want and make the big money, and then go on and retire.
That's what we all want, from your lips to their ears to the contract.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what I'm saying.
So I'm doing a little bit shorts, like throughout the day. Like sometimes I just have one single question, or I be pondering on something. So I said, let me make these short videos. Plus they said that's gonna help the channel. Cause like I swear YouTube got a vendetta against me. But cause they don't be counting my views or none of that shit. And I've written them. And I be like, I can't stay in the same spot for a year and a half straight. The stuff I got now, I had over a year and a half ago. As a matter of fact, I remember I was 300 points away from what you needed to be monetized as far as views. And them motherfuckers took 1,000 and something of minutes off my views counter. And I don't know. I don't know why they do it, but I did a short, and some of the questions I might re-ask in here. So let me ask you this. Do you think that Tyson Fury got his demand? Y'all remember last year when Tyson Fury had to September, Mauricio tried to take the belt twice, in May and August. And in August, they gave him to September 5th. And then he came up with some elaborate bullshit. Tyson Fury said he won $500 million before he take a fight with Usyk. Now they're supposed to fight February 17th. Tyson Fury looked gung-ho. He ready to get it in. Do you think that his demands were answered?
I do not, Miss T.
You don't?
No, I think Tyson Fury full of shit. I don't believe nothing he say, Miss T. I take everything Tyson Fury say with a grain of salt. And I heard I caught the video earlier when you was asking that. I was gonna comment, but you was like, that's it for you.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know. I don't believe shit Tyson Fury said.
Oh, you sound like, okay, I don't want to presume. Do you got a little girl?
I do, but this my son, Miss T. He 2. This my baby boy.
He 2 years old. He sound like that.
Yeah, he knows ABCs and everything.
Oh, I heard a baby cry.
Yep, this my baby boy.
Man, that sound like a baby.
Yep, he being a little baby. He big though. He 2. Yep, he 2 years old.
Now I hear the 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, little man? What's up? Hey, what's going on? Water check?
Oh yeah, he definitely do the water check. Water check. Water
Water
check.
check. Oh, water check, water check, water check.
Water check. Water check.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
oh,
he
it
know about
does
the water
my
check,
heart.
Miss T.
It does my heart good. That is so good because, yeah, you want to start them early, right?
Oh yeah, Miss T. I drink about a gallon of water a day since I've been following your show for the last probably
Oh, my
18 months.
goodness. And what now tell the audience what you see differently about yourself drinking all that water. What has
I lost
changed?
35 pounds, Miss T.
There you go. Say it from the chest.
I lost 35 pounds.
Y'all hear that?
And it was probably like a year ago when I was listening to your show. You was talking. I was just, because a lot of times I'm just driving, so I can't respond. I can't comment. I'm just listening, and I got it on the Bluetooth on the speaker, so I'm just listening. And you was talking one day, and you was saying how Sprite was your go-to, and that was all I was drinking before I started listening to your show, Miss T. I be on the road. I drink Sprite and Gatorades. And since I've been following your show, I left
Yeah.
all that stuff alone. I left the Sprite alone. I still drink Gatorade sometime, but I left the Sprite completely alone. And I
Yeah.
just drink water.
Yeah. You know, and I haven't shared something with y'all, but since we talking, I'm gonna share this with y'all. And this is the reason I've been gone. I was sick. I was real
Oh
sick.
yeah,
Like I tell y'all, I have autoimmune disorders, and
I hear you say that.
and I don't know all the disorders that I'm going to have because some of them come with age. Like I will give you an example: rheumatoid arthritis. I do have that. I don't have it terrible, but I do have it. But I was never going to get it, or was never going to take effect in my 20s or 30s. It waited till I was in my 40s because that's when rheumatoid arthritis hit people. Is mostly when they're in their 40s. So my 20s and 30s, it was just there waiting behind the curtain, waiting to pounce on me or whatever. But yeah, I was in the hospital and everything, but I'm okay now. I'll tell y'all later more about
That's
it. I
good
don't
to hear,
want
Miss T. I'm glad you're doing better.
yeah, but this this disorder that I got now is, man, that damn thing almost killed me. So I'm okay, but I don't want to get into it until I conquer this shit. Because but I'm telling y'all, it's the water that saved me. Y'all don't know how I feel to, like, if you're a person like me with my disorders and I'm always going into the ER, you know what? Sometimes I don't even have to go in there and get an IV. They just go to working on whatever, but people always they put you up on that IV because they know your ass dehydrated. They know, they can tell. But a lot of times when I go in, they don't do that with me because I drink a lot of water. I drink enough. So that's why I be like so into water, water, water. But if I didn't have autoimmune disorders, I don't know how healthy and what I could be. I'd be thinking I could be the next Jillian Michaels or some shit, you know, much water and as physical as I like to be. But yeah, I mean, I was born with this disorder, and it's gonna be with me for like. I hope this one is the tail end of disorders. Like I can't get no more. I'm like, Lord, please spare me. Don't do no more. But I don't know. I don't know, and there's nothing I can do about it. You born with it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm back, and that's why I say drink your water, y'all. Drink your water because you never know, it might save you. Like it's gonna give you a one leg up should anything happen. Should you trip and fall, bust your head or something. A hydrated body is always a good body to doctor on, to do anything, to it just puts you one step ahead. So congratulations on your 35 pounds, though. That's bound to happen too. A lot of people think if they drink water that they just gonna hold water weight. I was like, man, get that water weight shit out your head. Just drink some water, You will lose weight drinking water. Because like I said, it does a lot of water is a life sustainer. It does a lot in your body.
Nah, for real. I see the whole change, Miss T. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Oh wow, that's great. And you probably
Uh,
it probably ain't hard for you to get your little son to drink water too, huh?
they drink a lot of milk,
Mm.
but I'm trying to get them off of it.
Well,
So much of it. They drink a lot of it.
that's good for them now. You know, the average human, they have an enzyme to break down milk or dairy products up until the age of 8. We make it look easy, don't it? Because like I can eat something with cheese on it. I was eating a wrap before I came on here and they had cheese on it. I eat a BLT wrap. That's what I be eating. I eat so much more healthy, and I've been losing weight too, because of how sick I was. But yeah, cheese is dairy. I shouldn't be eating it, but you know, if they was gonna cut out dairy on me, we my mom and dad should have known I had this disorder, so we could have changed how we all ate back when I was a kid. But I wasn't even told till I was 36 what the shit was. So I'm behind the gun. So certain things I can't give up. You know, I cannot not eat a BLT without cheese on it. I can't do it. You know, but I do try to eat a lot more better or with less sugar. Remember how me and ATL would go back and forth? And ATL was like, just cut out all the sugar. And I was like, it's impossible to cut out all sugar because everything you eat turns to sugar. But
Yeah, I remember.
just remember at 8, your kid's enzyme to digest dairy is gone. Would he have an affliction to it? Probably not. Like my brothers, they buck a milk carton. They love milk till to this day, and we old as a bitch. But me and my sisters, all my sisters, at 12, we don't like milk. We done with dairy. We be like, mm-mm. I think it's a girl thing. I don't know. I don't know if it got something to do with the cycle. But at 12, every last one of them, we turned 12, and we was like, get milk away from me, get that dairy shit away from me, and all that. But our brothers still drink milk and still do dairy. But yeah, but keep up the good work. And like I said, I'll share and do share your successes because you can motivate somebody that's out there listening. They somebody heard
Oh
you.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And tell
For sure. I
everybody.
tell everybody.
Yeah, do your wife does she drink water too?
She do, and my mom too.
That's what's up.
I got them drinking it too.
And your mom. See, one person.
Hmm.
Y'all hear that? One person turned 3 people on. Come on now.
Hmm.
Look at God. Anyway, do you got any closing remarks? That's my show for tonight. But man, you just made
Uh,
me happy as hell.
man, just keep doing your thing, Miss T. Thanks for having me on. Like I always be wanting to jump on with you, but like I say, I be having the boys in here and they be going crazy and shit, and I don't be wanting to fuck up the show. But yeah,
Ah,
but just thanks for letting me have me on, Miss T. Much
that
love.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, that was
Uh,
it.
yeah, that warmed my heart to hear the baby say what it said. You have no idea. You have made my night, my week, and I'm very proud of you. And you know, like I said, sometimes I think of my life as a testimony because I know all the stuff that I've been through just with living out here in this world and the job and the illnesses that I've had. I don't know too many people who can do it and still be trying to fight. But I like being here. And you know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for my next title, which is gonna be grandma. It's gotta be coming soon. And I already know my grandbaby ain't calling me grandma, they gonna call me Nunu. They gonna call me Nunu
Straight up.
straight up. But I can't wait. I can't wait. I dream about it. I don't put no pressure on my kids, but I dream about it. I can't wait. I cannot wait to be a grandma. I don't know. Like I'm just because I just have all
One
these.
last thing, Miss T.
Mhm.
I just want to hang in there with whatever you're struggling with, and you know I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. You know what I'm saying? And and
Ah,
and uh,
do what? Oh man,
fighting and hang in there, and I'm
okay.
gonna keep you in my prayers. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Thank you. Thank you.
For sure.
And everybody, I know y'all be shouting me out, but like I said, there's a reason why I was gone. I just didn't want to tell y'all, and this one really scared me. So I mean, and I was really, I was really weak, trying to come just to, make it through the day. And I'm doing much better now.
I'm
Much,
glad
much
you're
better.
doing better, Miss T, for real.
Yep, I had surgery and everything. I'm so much stronger now. So thank you guys for chiming in. And I'm gonna try to be here every day. But like I said, if it ain't nothing to talk about, I ain't got
Right.
nothing to talk about. But in my Pamela James voice, peace.